Hey, so this is the final day of our PTSD series, and I want to talk about treatment. And I've deliberately come out to my local wooded area because one of the most powerful ways that you can help relieve anxiety and stress is to actually come outside. Come outside and be in nature. It's really hard to be anxious when you're surrounded by beautiful trees and there's a butterfly over there and one over there and birds are chirping, and it really relaxes you quite quickly. Now, I'm aware some of you might live in towns where wooded areas aren't necessarily readily available, but anyway, if you go to your local park, anywhere where it's not built up, out of your house primarily, is a great place to start. And like I say, it massively reduces those stress levels because you're surrounded, you're breathing in. Breathing is one of the great ways to do it. And when you're out in fresh air, you naturally want to take more in. And so it can be a really powerful way of reducing that stress. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, go outside, go and breathe in, and it really does help. Some of the more contemporary ways, the ones at the NHS or whatever your national health body would recommend, are obviously the pharmacological approach, which is medication, and there are various medications. There's things for like antidepressants, SSRIs. There's different ones, and sometimes it's a case of trial and error. You try different things, see what fits, see what works best for you. You might have bad reactions to some, you might find the right one straight away. And there's no shame in taking medication. This is a psychological injury. Your brain has been injured, and so if you injured your arm and you needed medication or treatment, you would take it, and it's no different. So please don't let shame stop you from taking medication. There is nothing wrong with that. Another option is therapy. So group therapy is incredibly helpful for PTSD because you get to share, you get to be in a safe environment, talk to other people. And actually a big part of particularly narcissistic abuse, where PTSD or CPTSD is developed, is that we don't trust people. We've isolated ourselves, and we've been isolated by the narcissist because they don't want us knowing what reality is. They don't want us talking to anyone else. And so group therapy can be a really great way to break that, to learn to interact with people, to learn to trust yourself as well, and to share bits as you become comfortable, and that talking process and validation from others that have been through it, others that feel the same. It can be really powerful. So I would look out for your local. If you can speak to your GP, find out what groups there are. If there aren't any, then there will be various charities that offer support groups and things like that. If not, online support groups can be helpful as well. Another approach is meditation. I'm a big meditator, but very new to it. Certainly only in the past sort of 12 months that I've been doing it, and I was rubbish at the start. I couldn't get my head around it. It felt weird. I couldn't switch off. Thoughts just kept coming. I really couldn't figure out how to do it, but I persevered. I found a great app called 10% Happier, which taught me through how to do it well, how to listen to those thoughts, how to not see anything as problematic. And then I moved on from there to do more guided meditation. And it really does help to slow everything down, helps you to find peace, it helps you to control those symptoms and actually start to build your confidence again. It has been life-changing for me, and I don't say that easily, but it really, really has. So if you can, start meditating, and accept that it will seem weird at the start, but do persevere. Doing it a couple of times a day really does make the world of difference. Another thing that I found has really helped me is just deciding who I want to be, deciding the life that I want, and letting go of the anger. I think I posted a quote which is, carrying anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You're the one, if you're angry at someone else, you're the one it's hurting. So the fast letting go of anger does not mean forgiving and forgetting. It means you are putting yourself first. So if you can work towards that, be clear about who you are, what life you want to live. Do you want a life that's angry, or do you want a life that's full of happiness? And you can make those conscious choices every day to live the way that you want to. There are some other ways. I know one of our lovely ladies recommended taking magnesium, and there are not natural supplements that you can look at, but I'm not an expert in this, so I'm not going to talk about that because it wouldn't be fair. But I will research, and I might post some bits later. But I'm just sharing with you what has worked for me. I have been on medication. I'm no longer on medication because I've chosen meditation, and I've chosen deciding the life that I want to lead and consciously living that life. And I've also obviously spoke to other people. So that's what's worked for me, which is what I am sharing. Obviously, nature's been a big part of it for me. Getting out with my gorgeous dog, who is there. Hey, Bales. He's been a massive help for me. Just seeing his happy face every day. Getting outside. I go outside first thing in the morning and we play. And that's been really big at changing how I start the day, and it starts on a really positive note. So I hope you found those useful. I hope you found this whole week really interesting. And please do get in touch and do comment below, share any of the posts, and I will put this together in a handbook so that you can keep it, and you can use it and refer to it whenever you need to. But do take care, everyone. Speak soon. Bye bye.